Well, good morning, my friends. I was just talking to the people in my inner circle, and this hit my heart so deeply. I wanted to impart this information to all of you and make sure that you hear it as well. You know, a lot of people know that I've built over 14 companies. Many people have seen my success, and they're trying to take some of our classes. Maybe they're trying to go to conferences or attend classes, etc. And they're always like, but I don't have any money to grow a business. Well, neither did I. I did not have any money either. As a matter of fact, when I grew my very first business, I had no money at all. So many people say to me, well, how the heck did you pay for your training? Well, watch this. The very first training I ever attended cost me $800 to attend and several $100s for the admission. I sold things that were really important to me. I sold furniture. I sold clothing. I sold purses. I sold shoes. I sold all the crap that got me into massive debt. And I will never forget this as long as I live. I went to the Goodwill. I got me a nice shirt. I got me a nice pair of pants. I got myself a used pair of shoes. And I took my little booty out of my comfort zone and went to that event. Was it uncomfortable? Oh, hell yeah, baby. And yes, I'm going to get passionate about this. It was so stinking humbling and so uncomfortable. And when I built my business, I did not take that money instantly to pay off our debt. I always took that money, poured it back into my business, paid God a minimum of 10%, and I only paid myself after my client base grew. My client base grew super fast because I shed all of that impoverished thinking that I had to build my business with the budget that I currently have. Mind you, I was the stay-at-home mom. I didn't have a freaking budget. My husband didn't have any money for me to take out of his paycheck either. So I created one. And my children have seen me to this day pull myself out of that pit and get to where I'm at. I'm not boasting. I'm not bragging. I'm imparting faith to somebody else who's thinking right now, how do I build a business with the budget I have? Well, baby, you don't. You create one. You sell stuff that means a lot to you. I see well-dressed people living in nice houses, driving nice cars, who say to me that they have no money to build a business, but God has called them to business. Then go create a budget so you can. You know what? I did things that were so ridiculous and so uncomfortable and like put my life down into a position that most people won't go to. But I knew that God was calling me, and I knew that he was going to bless my efforts. I didn't know how to do it. I had like so much head crap going on, but I knew that he was going to bless it. And every single stinking time he did. As a matter of fact, I know some people right now who are like struggling financially. They don't know what to do. And they're calling out to relatives and they're calling people. And I'm a victim and I've been downsized and my skill set's no longer available. The issue is my greatest skill set is not business. My greatest skill set is knowing how to make money whenever, wherever I need. And when I mentor people, yes, I mentor them in business. But I'll tell you what, I mentor them in things that most business trainers don't. I look at the modules that a lot of these business trainers mentor on, and they tell you how to set your website up, and they tell you how to hire a team, and they tell you how to do graphics, and they tell you how to put your systems in place. And nobody teaches you how to sell. No one teaches you how to sell a product. No one teaches you how to create an advertising budget out of thin air. No one teaches how to grow a massive client base ahead of anything, because if you have a massive client base, just like Amazon, you will be unstoppable. And once you do it one time, you can do it again and again and again and again. And I've had to pull myself out of some ridiculous pits. I've had to pull myself out of six figures in medical debt. I've had to pull myself out of a horrific mess in my head. I've had to pull myself out of religious systems where people doubted and judged me. I'll tell you what, was it a risk? Oh, heck yeah, it was a risk. But all of that risk paid off, and that's why I'm talking to you today on Facebook Live. I am so stinking passionate about not only helping people set up the systems for their business, but I want to teach you how to make money. I want to teach you how to close a sale. I want to teach you how to take 25% of those sales, invest it into growing your business even more, and continue to build a massive client base so that every day when you get up, you don't have this gorgeous website and all these systems and all these things in place and nobody's buying. Nobody. And so I don't know about you, the biggest problem I see with small business owners is not a lack of money. It's not. And most of the time, it's not even a lack of skill, because they're wired to figure things out. They are stuck in impoverished mindsets that limit them from going where they are to an extremely uncomfortable place for a short season so they can have what they want. If I inspired one person today, just one, right now we got 1,000 people watching me. If one person is inspired to watch this and rewatch this and rewatch this and rewatch this and rewatch this, I impart to you courage. I impart to you faith. I impart to you to have healthy boundaries and go farther than everybody around you. And remember, when push comes to shove, if you're willing to go to that uncomfortable place. I went to an event with a ton of successful business people with my head high, with my smile on my face, in a Goodwill outfit, so I could further my business skill. And I'm telling you what, God has never failed me. God has never let me go. I have had the honor and privilege of paying for adoptions and paying for other people's travel and supporting ministries and building schools. And I'm not bragging. I'm telling you, if God could take this girl who had nothing to this place, he can take anybody else who will believe him. But it ain't going to happen by him waving some magic wand and you sitting there in your chair and thinking he's going to change things overnight. You got to be willing to go to a place most people won't go to. You got to let go of all the things that mean so much to you as far as, possessions. Sell some of these things. For a $3,000 event for me was nothing more than a simple, I got to sell 30 items for $100. Or I got the math. I wrote it down. I'm like, okay, how did I do that? I remember going and selling several items on eBay. Back then, eBay was the only place we could sell it. I'm telling you, some of you could go in your garage and sell $500 worth of stuff on Craigslist. Don't waste your time doing a stinking garage sale. Those are boring. Those are low ball people who come. Go sell the stuff that matters to you. I mean, some of you have got little kids in your house and you know you want to have more. And you got about $4,000 or $5,000 worth of little kid stuff in storage for your next baby. Go sell the little kid stuff, build your business, and buy it brand new the next time the baby comes. God, I'm telling you, I'm a mother of 3. I've been building businesses for 20 years. There is going to be a green pasture for every single baby that God gives. But I'll tell you, you don't need all that stuff secured in your closet so you have it later. That's the mindset that I had. And I'll tell you, I get so frustrated when I watch these business transformation classes and business building this and profit on your passion, and nobody's teaching anybody how to close a sale, how to build an enormous client base really fast, how to be magnetic with your copywriting. Now everybody's got a bunch of pretty systems, and at the end of the course, they're sitting there going, but crap, I don't know how to sell anything. Where are the people who are going to buy? I'm sorry, but online, if you build it, they don't come. You got to put marketing out there that gets right in front of them every single time, talking their language so that they can't even help it. I mean, I'm the best consumer, I swear. Things pop up in my feed, and I'm like, before I know it, I'm putting my credit card in. That's how I learned how to write copywriting. I started studying. Everybody else was putting stuff in front of me that I kept responding to. So those of you who just popped on, this recording will be on my Facebook page in just a minute. We've got thousands and thousands of dollars of free training on my website at arealchange.com. We are an apostolic resource center, ARC, where we are creating a real change. And I'll tell you what, there's a reason why when I get up in the morning, the devil is terrified. Because my God has taken me from a big pit to where I'm willing to open up my big mouth all about him and helping people who are willing to go to work, willing to give it a try, and willing to go to an uncomfortable place so that they can get to a better place in their future. I wonder if that's you. Talk to you guys soon.